Hello and welcome to another video. This video is on weight loss. So my buddies and I have started a weight loss routine, and it started on the 8th of January, and we're all tracking our weight loss since then because we thought we were getting overweight. You tend to do that over Christmas and Thanksgiving. And so what I thought I'd do is I test some theories about weight loss, and then I'm tracking my weight loss. And as you can see, I've got off to a pretty good start. I started off at 85.9 kilos, and I'm at 82.8 with a low of 82.6. So I think I'm going to hit the low 82s tomorrow. I've been eating pretty well during this week. I was in Whistler with family, and somehow I only gained 1 kilo over that entire week. But I was doing a lot of exercise. I was drinking quite a lot. But the idea is that I want to test some of these assumptions. So there should be a limit, right? So the limit is 70 kilos for my height and age. So 70 kilos. So I've got a long way to go. You can see 70 kilos down here. And at my rate, I've actually got a calculation up here that it will take me another 194 days before I reach 70 kilos if I keep this up. That means, 160 days is half a year. So I've got a year, half a year, maybe 9 months or 7 months to accomplish this. 7 months from now. That's a long time to do this. Some things we're going to test along the way are, do we lose weight at the same rate or at a diminishing rate? This is an interesting question because there are theories that as you lose weight, your metabolism may go down. This may be true. I think that actually you lose it at a constant rate because your body doesn't maintain fat. It uses fat to turn that into energy. So it's going to use that as it needs to. And if you're going through a regular diet that's pretty constant and it's less than what you need, your metabolism is probably 1,600 calories per day. If you're always below that, it should just work off the fat and turn that into energy. The third assumption we're going to test is eating out increases weight because they use more butter and salt, which is true. And interestingly enough, as I go through these charts and things available on Tableau Public, you'll see that actually the reverse is quite happening, but we'll go into that in a second. Increasing muscle mass improves calorie burn rate. So we're going to go through an analysis of this. We're going to spend maybe a week analyzing muscle. So I'm going to do exercise for the whole week. I haven't been doing much exercise except for this Whistler bit. The theory is that if you increase your muscle mass, your weight will increase a little bit, but then your metabolism for the following week should be a lot better. We'll test that out. But then what happens if I have the muscle mass and don't do any exercise? Does that just turn back into fat? That would be an interesting thing to test. The other thing was drinking beer increases weight. That's another interesting topic. And I'll test that out because I do track the number of beers I have now. And then drinking and eating increases weight. Going potty reduces weight. Remainder turns into fat or muscle. So we're going to do an intraday testing of how my body reacts to inputs. Now, talking about inputs, the second main dashboard here is looking at the count. The count assesses if I skip breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, or dessert. So 5 inputs. If I skip them all, then I get a 5. But at the most, I've only skipped 4. I always have dinner at least. I have a theory that if I spend money, it generally goes towards food, which is probably true because you go out with friends. I might add in a social aspect. I tend to eat more when I'm around friends than not. Snacking. Well, analyze snacking. I have just looked at this chart and played around. And when I skip breakfast, I generally snack. So when breakfast is no and a snack equals yes. We've got lunch. I'm going to go into lunch. If I skip lunch, do I do exercise? Do I eat out or not? Because, that's one of the theories I'm testing. Do I have dinner and then dessert? And you can see here, if I've gained weight, I just given me a +1. If I lost weight, I -1. And then down here, we assess how much weight is lost over the period. So you can see over the course of 52 days, I've lost 3.1 kilos. And we can see how that's broken up. So let's look at one of the easy ones. So if I click no on breakfast, so I have no breakfast, I've actually gained 1.5 kilos, which is interesting when I don't have breakfast. And you can see then if I snack, do I snack more? You can see if I click yes to snacking, you can see I snack a lot when I don't have breakfast. If I go no, you can see very few. I tend to snack more when I have breakfast, so then I go like that. For 13 days, I gained 1.6 kilos. Now, if I click on this guy and then hit no, yes, I'm going to have breakfast. And we'll go back here. If I have breakfast, I'm going to lose 1.5 kilos. I lost 1.5 kilos over 16 days by having breakfast. And then if I go further, I click on my snacks. If I have snacks, 1.7 kilos. So, if I have breakfast and snack, I'm losing weight. If I do the opposite, and no snack, have I clicked on too many things? There we go. It did something funny. So I lose 0.1 of a kilo over 8 days, which is pretty crap. When I don't snack and don't have breakfast. So it sort of plays into the idea of fasting and whether the fasting slows down your metabolism, which we will assess in detail. The other one that's interesting, if I do exercise, 55% of the time I'm losing weight, and 16 days of doing exercise, or those days that I do exercise, I've lost 1.7 kilos. Could be other factors, but let's look at the fact that I'm just a good boy. So no, I'm just not eating anything. I do exercise. I'm eating in. It's going to be rare. Might be 1. Look at that. 100% of the time, on one day, I've lost 1.1 kilos by having breakfast and dinner, and that's it. That's interesting. So there's something that said if I do that again, if I just have breakfast and dinner only. Breakfast and dinner only. Interesting. I need to test out that theory again. But anyway, that's the challenge, and I'm going to do a weekly vlog on this to talk about the week and what's happened. But I hope you enjoyed the introduction, and we'll see you next time.